Hi boys and girls, Miss Pam here, and I'm really excited to be doing this with you today. So I was wondering who might be watching right now, and I thought maybe Micah would be watching, maybe Caitlin's watching, and then I thought maybe even Dante and Gabriel are watching. If I didn't say your name, I would love it if you left your name in the comments below or sent me an email, and I'd be happy to say your name maybe next week or the week after that. So I have a fun little video that I want to do with you guys, including an experiment. For our object lesson, you're going to need some supplies. These are the supplies you're going to need. Wooden toothpicks, one per child, maybe a few extra. You're going to need a pair of scissors, an adult to help use them possibly, a couple dinner plates. Once again, a couple extra might be great. Water in a jug or a glass to pour. You're going to need a little bit of shampoo. Just a little bit in the lid is all you need. And you're going to need a large bowl just to dump your plate into in between with the water. You can pause this video right now while you gather your supplies. Before we explore our story, I would like to share with you a new memory verse. Now this is one of my favorite verses. Psalm 56 verse 3 says, "When I am afraid, I will put my trust in you." I have said this verse so many times over the years when I've been afraid or upset, and I taught this to each of my kids as well. I want to encourage you to do the same, whether it's being afraid of the dark. Maybe you're concerned about not being in school right now. Maybe there's problems in your family, or maybe you're concerned with the coronavirus. Whatever it is, God is bigger than our problems and fears, and He wants us to trust Him and for us to know that He is with us. This week we are learning that Jesus is amazing, and because He is amazing, we need to trust Him. Now, we can't believe everything we hear, but we can believe what we hear about Jesus because it's true. We find it in the Bible. And so we're going to look into the Bible right now and hear about a man and his son. Now, this man traveled a really far distance to go see Jesus. In fact, this town was 26 kilometers away from his home. That would be like walking from the zoo with all the animals to Tinkertown. And it would take about 4 to 5 hours of constant walking. That's a long walk. Well, this man came to Jesus begging for help because his son was so sick. This is what it says in John as to what Jesus said. Jesus replied, "Go, your son will live." The man took Jesus at his word and departed. While he was still on the way, his servants met him with the news that his boy was living. When he inquired, which means asked, as to the time when his son got better, they said to him, "Yesterday, at 1 PM, the fever left him." This was exactly when he was talking to Jesus. Boys and girls, Jesus is amazing. His miracle was incredible. He didn't see the boy. He didn't touch the boy. He was far away. And still, he healed this boy who was so sick. And so that got me thinking, what kind of amazing things are you wanting Jesus to do in your life? I would encourage you to pause the video right now and to discuss that with the people around you. As I was saying, Jesus is amazing. He healed the boy with just his words. He didn't have to touch him or go near him. And that got me thinking about us talking to Jesus. Because we can talk to Jesus at any time too. Now, it doesn't mean that He's going to do everything that we ask Him to, but He could, because Jesus can do anything. In our Bible story today, we heard about the boy who was healed by just Jesus speaking the word. And so that got me thinking about toothpicks. You might wonder, why, Miss Pam, does it make you wonder about toothpicks? Let's pull out our supplies together and look into this. So here is our plate. We're going to add some water to it. There we go. And we're going to try our first toothpick. Here's my toothpick. I've cut it in half. We're going to see how much it moves. Oh, it's moving backwards a little bit. Let's take that one out. For our next toothpick, I have one over here. We're actually going to put this end over here, the cut end, into just a little bit of shampoo. I have my shampoo bottle over here. I'm going to dip it just in the lid here. And then let's try this again. Oh, it's moving. Well, let's try that one more time. Let's grab a fresh plate without spilling. Here we go. So with our fresh plate, we're going to pour water into it again. And we will try it. Once again, one without any shampoo on it. It's basically sitting still. It's floating a little bit this way. Let's pop that little one out. And let's go like this. We're going to go like this again. We're going to dab it just at the cut end of our toothpick. The pointy end of our toothpick isn't covered in anything. We're going to put it down. There, and it went straight across. Excellent. How did yours turn out? Thanks for doing it along with me. How did the shampoo affect the toothpick? Now in mine, I noticed right away that when I used a little bit of shampoo on the tip of the toothpick, that it started to move. It didn't move before that. And in the same way, Jesus spoke the words, and the boy was healed. It's amazing, because Jesus is amazing. Have you guys experienced something amazing in your life from Jesus? I was thinking in my family of my son Matthew. It was about 3 years ago, and he was playing on the play structure at school. It was after hours, and he was by this big bin. And when he bent down to go look at something, somebody was on the other side. They didn't know he was there, but they jabbed this metal rod through it, and it got Matthew right above the eye. We got a call, and there was blood coming down his face. We took him to the hospital. But what he said after I thought was so important. He recognized that God had really protected him. It really could have easily been his eye that was poked, and that could have been really badly damaged. Instead, it was a mark. It was a scratch that definitely needed help, and he has a scar from it, but Jesus kept him safe, and we're so thankful for that. Let's close in prayer. Dear God, I thank you so much for this day. I thank you for all the kids and adults who are listening, that we can learn about Jesus together. Jesus, we thank you that you are amazing, that you heal people, that you have the power to do anything, and that you love us. Jesus, I pray that when we are feeling afraid, that we'll remember to trust you, just like the Father trusted you with his Son. And I pray that we would just look for ways to see your goodness in our lives. Jesus, we love you. Amen. Thanks for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye!